it doesn't happen very much when a newly hired employee can meet VPs and senior VPs rather than presents to them. So I'm really grateful for having this opportunity to present to you gentlemen. My project is about must-sell list or must-stock list compliance, as different people they are saying different. So the contents of this project, the objectives and scope. We'll go through the project overview about business unit 2, sales strategies, general trade analysis, recommendations, constraints, and achievements. The objective and the scope of this project. The objective is to ensure that 90% of our core SKUs are well distributed and always available to the end users, to ensure 90% compliance in our customers' outlets. The scope, general trade channel, and modern trade channel. The outcomes of this project, when we have a focused portfolio that will maximize our availability and will minimize our out of stock, and ultimately that will increase in our sales. The project overview. Since I joined, I came to know what is the business, what are the concerned people to communicate with. We get training to how to use the system, so in order to gather the data, SAP and BI and B&B system. Then I go through the planning, where to visit and which branch would be in what sector. And then I executed the plan, and then at the final stage is analysis. Business unit 2, as you all know that we have a wide portfolio. We have 6 principals, 18 brands, and we are available in 23 categories. The major contributor to the sales are Benzaga Foods and Basatin Foods, and as you all know that those 2 brands principals are belong to Benzaga. Sales strategies. As you all know that we do have 2 different sales strategies. One is sales push and the other one is demand pull. Sales push means the availability or the number of stores that we are reached, that our brands distributed there, driven by our sales force, measured by distribution and influenced by brand choice. Other terminology for this is supply. The other strategy is demand pull. Other people they are saying it's the brand choice, it's customer consumer preferences, driven by marketing strategies and marketing advertisement, and influenced by availability. Those 2 strategies are interdependent, so they are reflecting each other. And
it's a very good slide.
The strategy that we are following in Benzaga BU2 is sales push. We are pushing our sales. Now we go to the general trade analysis and findings. General trade in BU2 we have new structure which is implemented in December. We are turning to the channel wise. Previously it was a sales manager will handle both divisions. So nowadays it's implemented in GRD that we are looking channel wise. So channel manager will be dedicated for the R base and the other one will be dedicated for the wholesale. So we go to the current scenario. As previously mentioned that we do have a wide portfolio and we have a scattered approach. So what I mean is in different branches are demanding different SKUs to be as a core. So let's say a salesman in South region wanted to have this X and YZ SKU to be considered as a core. Someone in Riyadh asking the same. So it will add up. So it's added up that we do have 45 SKUs considered as a core in food B, and the same situation.
45. It's your core.
Yes.
Your 45
Was.
out of what?
History. Yeah, history.
Was history.
Not your
And
core range.
We started with 24. This is the current scenario.
This is the current scenario. Since
previous
what was
scenario.
the situation, it was like
Not the
this.
current, the previous scenario.
So it was in food B 45 considered as a core SKUs, and in food D 51 was considered as a core SKUs. What I go through in the analysis for general trade, I have covered 4 regions, 4 different branches. Total number of outlets visited 300. I strict to the as per the general plans, either with the RVS or with the sales supervisor.
So you actually visited 300 outlets.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good.
So we came to know that the availability out of those 300, we are available in. This is the percentage that we are available in those outlets. So Abu Zahra, let's say we have 69% availability in the outlets, and the percentages as you can see.
Hold on.
And we are available in Suna in two different brands, Heinz and Hana. Ketchup, we are almost available in 63 outlets.
Heinz mayonnaise was better than Hana.
Did you compare our presence with the category presence at the outlet? So what I'm saying is, let's say for Hana Mayo, which is 11% availability.
Right.
So was this category available in all the shops that you visited?
Some of the shops they don't have the category of mayo itself, so.
So it is better you map it versus category as well to identify the actual gap.
Right, but I go to the brand level in order to see how we are distributed and how we are.
The point Muttasim that he's making here is the difference between your numeric distribution, right, which you need to understand,
Right.
and with your weighted distribution.
Right.
This playing with these two gives you a different handle on the business. Weighted distribution versus numeric.
We could always show the quality of the distribution.
Absolutely, yes. Where do you want to be?
Availability for food D. So you can see the product is well demanded in the market. Britannia is almost 96% available in the outlet. Nakhlatain 60%, Britannia roughly 60%, and the rest are there.
But can you look high also because of the number of SKUs they have?
Yep.
And even if one
But
SKU
here
was present.
I only consider the category. So the category of biscuits is available. So you can see.
Right, so from, how many mechanical biscuits do you have?
We come to
Total, we have 51 SKUs only in the.
So even if one was available of 51, you would take it as available.
But most
It's
of the
again
outlets you will
300
find,
outlets, right?
most of the outlets you will find minimum 7 to 8 categories to 21 categories.
Right. It does worth to say that the availability of our products not only driven by our sales force. Some of the customers they are purchasing from the modern trade, from our source, our modern trade or wholesale, because of many reasons, price disparity, and I've spoken with the outlet owners. They are saying why I should purchase from you. Your van price is high, and let's say if the product get expired, are you willing to compensate me or not? So better to take they have chosen to take the risk, purchase the product in a low price, and if it's get expired, he will throw it out. So the percentage of risk is relatively low.
Sorry, just go back please. The Mazola is any Mazola, not just corn, right?
Mazola.
Any Mazola.
As a category, as
Right.
a category. In general trade, what we need to do must sell list. It's a must to be implemented. As you all know that all our RVs they have a limited space of limited amount of space in the van. They are faced with a wide range of categories, brand and products, and the customer they are demanding that the K brands are remain in stock in the van. So what I follow in the
Just generally, what, how many RVs you have
In the beginning of the year in 2000.
Approximately.
No, I'm telling you, this is important to, the team should know. In January 2015, we have 187 RVs.
Okay.
And in January 2016, we have 127 RVs.
127 RVs.
And 60 RVs we have reduced, and now we are maintaining the sale and even increasing.
Okay. And.
With less 60 out.
Okay, and how many of them have a 4 pallet and a 6 pallet van?
Most of them have minimum 4 pallet. And
No, there's
we
nothing
have,
less,
we have
there's
six,
nothing less than a
we
4
have
pallet.
6 pallet. No, sir. Earlier we had this highest van also in certain branches. So in 80% of the 85% of the vans are 4 pallet.
4 pallet. So is pallet capacity, is a van capacity, 4 pallet van as a capacity?
Yeah, no. We need to best utilize the space of the van to focus on the core SKUs, the SKUs that that they are generating 80% of the sales. So what I follow is the Pareto principle, that we should focus on 80% of the 20% of the products, they are generating 80% of the sales. So what is the action is taking place? As you all know that we have 5 regions, and within the regions we have different branches, and within branches we are looked through the categories. So I clubbed Jeddah, Riyadh, Dammam as together because they are the major cities and contributing much in sales. And there is one small office in Eastern region, so it will follow Dammam, and one small office will follow Riyadh, and we have South and North regions. So the suggested core SKUs for Jeddah, Riyadh, and Dammam, food, tea. As you can see, we go through the category. So edible oils, we have 3 brands there. We should make sure that all these 3 brands are available, and you can see the contribution to the sales in the R-based sales. They are contributing 24% for Zahra. And fish, we do have 2 brands. We have Hana and Heinz. We are make sure at least one of them it needs to be in the, within the core. Heinz, ketchup, powdered drinks, sauces, mayo. So we are making sure everything is there. Almost they are contributing 80% to the business. So this is the suggested core SKUs for Jeddah, Riyadh, Dammam. And the same thing in food B. This is the suggested core range. See, back to your question, Mr. Ashton. See the biscuit categories, how many Britannia. So you can see the percentage of contribution. Again, we do have edible oil. We have 2 brands. Recently, Hana shifted to the food tea division. So we are make sure that both Hana, Nakhlatain, and Mazulla, they are within the core range in order to distribute. So almost it's contributing 79.5%.
Almost 50-55% of the sale coming from Britannia.
Yep.
This is the full list, or there is some other page?
So previously it was 51 SKUs.
No, food D. This is the
So
full
what is the full
list.
list?
So there is no harvest.
core rate.
Of the NSL.
No harvest, I can say. Is there?
No harvest.
And I
It's
cannot
not
see
Eastern
clearly. Is
harvest,
there any harvest?
No.
This is this edition.
So how can you just?
But there is,
It
it is
doesn't,
there
it
already.
doesn't contribute much to the business, to be honest.
No problem. But I cannot see it from distance.
No, this is his suggestion here.
Okay. Suggest.
Like, in GT suggestions, what we will need to do,
No, the font is small.
our competitors, they are sponsoring the signboards, so they are spreading their brand in order to increase the brand awareness and brand image. And if what they actually do is they are paying municipality fees to those outlets, whatever the fees that it needs to be paid, they are paying to that outlet, and they have a kind of agreement how much the sales will be per month. And if we do such thing to spread our brand, we ultimately will have a space, a reserved space for us in order to share our products and in order to increase our brand awareness. Okay. Now we'll go through the model trade analysis and findings. The current scenario. Also, there's a common mistake that one MSL is applicable for all custom trades, which is, we come to that point. So we have 84 SKUs. It's as a must, applicable for all customer chains. So whenever that I go to visit the market, I have this list in order to check it's available now. So in front of each product, there is a MSL key. What is the MSL key? So you can see the number 1 IA iOS 0. So here is the key. NL, it's not listed product. Inactive, the product is not inactive due to, let's say, barcode issues, pricing issues, etc. iOS, if the products are out of stock from our warehouse, we put 1 if at least 1 SKU is available there, and we put 0 if not a single SKU is there, and the product gets delisted, we will put it. Okay.
Now can you go back?
If you want to open the phone.
So
Just a screenshot.
For the modern trade, is there a SKU which is not NSL?
A lot.
Then where will those be sold?
It depends. I mean, some people they get listed in, let's say, in Carrefour, and the product is not get listed in Panda. So they are considering, so each team, they have their own list
We're
and.
going for that, yes, we have a GT and a MT for them.
Right.
And in RBS, we say we will, from the, supposing there are 100 SKUs, and we take 40 for GT. And in MT, if we say we will take 20, what happens with 20? Where do you send them? Do you even order those?
You need to have a special strategy for those
This is
to run in modern
By
trade.
the two
Majid,
Yes, please.
what would be the answer to this?
Can you repeat the question?
From your total portfolio,
Yes,
part
please.
of that will be for RBS. You will
Yes.
not get your total portfolio.
Sure.
Similarly, wholesale will not buy the entire portfolio. In modern trade, if you are doing a selection, then the SKUs that you do not select, where are those sold?
No, the selection is not for selling, selection is for monitoring the must stock list compliance, and within modern trade obviously there will be hypers, supers, and within super A and B class. So we need to see that what are the SKUs that are must haves, and then the other ones which we need to sell. It's not that we will not sell, but they will not be the contribution to the business is negligible. So we definitely need to sell those, but the quantities will be, let's say, 100 cases, 200 cases per
But
month.
here in your MSN,
Hmm.
you are not putting a quantity on this. You are not saying.
You're
I'll-
generating a list. You're
He's
generating a
just
list.
giving a suggested
Yeah.
MSL that
I
these
think
are
it's a very good
based on the
analysis.
contribution, and
Very
then
focused.
as we go forward, we can take his finding and further analyze that, okay, what really needs to be
There
done.
always be that 20% SKUs, and the longer the
And actually-
portfolio
You can debate,
is,
but
larger
that's
number would be
take over.
there.
And actually these things, you know, these kind of
Okay.
analysis
I
also
would like
help.
to just to share one thing. In Panda, I've cross-checked with the team. They have 100 plus SKUs is listed there. While I'm going to this outlet, I do have only 84 SKUs in there. So it will not reflect the. So
So my
that-
question was
And-
different. My question was different. It was more on a conceptual basis rather than what you
Hmm.
I think out of this discussion now, if you take that point, we can deep analysis.
No, but I think what they're
It has
saying
value.
is MSL doesn't mean that these are the only sell list.
Yes.
There's a difference between must sell, which
And-
means it should always
and
be
good to
there,
sell.
and there's something which is a lower level. So we're not saying that apart from these 25 or whatever, you're never gonna sell
But it's
anything
still,
else.
And-
Asha's point's not picked up here. What you're saying is we need to really go into it, because modern trade, they want to curtail the SKU range, and RVS has some constraints, where the other 20% SKUs of most will go. Who will
Okay, let's move
concentrate?
on.
But then we need
That's
to
what
also challenge back the principles that
Yes.
what is the role of different SKUs
Right.
that we are doing, because going forward, as there was a official communication from Panda also last week,
I think.
that if you want to list some new SKUs, please come up with the proposal that which ones in the
That's what we
category
need
you
to
will
drive those
delist.
SKUs through some good
Otherwise,
investment.
don't expect that we will continue listing of the
Okay.
SKUs.
I think Modasan want to highlight a point here, like even in MT, there are A and B and C class category of outlets. So there, they have a different MSL for like for a hyper panda and a panda which is C class or pandati will have a different scheme.
Sure.
That's what is, I think, what is that.
Right.
Now the sample size I took through my study. So I visited those outlets, and within those branches, the first 7 are from the top 10 customers in modern trade customers in BU2. And the 8 and 9, they are either B or C
You
customers.
didn't do Ote in Riyadh?
Right. Yeah.
Ote? You haven't done
Yeah,
Ote?
well, but I don't write it. Yeah.
That's
I've been in
a-
everything. Yes, I've been in everything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
second, because you have,
Yep.
I would, because they have a very different shopper profile.
Right.
And it's useful for you to.
I've been with him, but it is a slightly mistake that I didn't put here. So the modern trade availability analysis in Carrefour, they order twice a week, and the type of delivery is DSD, and whenever the order is issued, 2 days as a lead time. And as you can see, our availability within those 84 SKUs, we are available in 85%. We are not available in 10% of the SKUs. We are not available. Just inventory of stock.
When
just
you have an IA which is an inactive.
inactive, yes.
So why is it even picked up? If it is inactive, that means it's not available.
Inactive means
One is out of stock
Yeah.
and one is inactive. What is the difference?
out of stock that
We
we
don't
have
have
stock
stock.
that in our
It is
warehouse.
listed,
Inactive,
not available.
If the barcode is changing, if there is any changing the price, so they will inactivate for some time till they sort it out. So that indicates the.
Or even the sales team can put it on an inactive list to avoid it getting delisted.
Right. So in farm, we have order 3 times a week. The type of delivery is DSD, direct to store, and delivery takes twice a week. Why we are not available? We are available below 70% here, 65. During my visits, farm account was blocked. They were not being able to meet their financial obligations, so many vendors they stopped supplying to the farm. So as you can see that we are not available in almost 15% we are not available. Our key account specialist wants to make an order, but he cannot because the
What is
limitation.
if the order is 3 times a week, why is the delivery twice a week?
It depends. So we have a farm, the head office there in Dammam. So it depends in what type of which branch, what type of.
Do they have a life of the order that after 2 days it's cancelled, or if they don't have, then you can club?
Two orders in our delivery.
Order validity period, 3 to 4 days normally there.
So then it's possible you get 3 orders but deliver twice.
So it must be open 3 to 4 days.
So it depends on how huge is the order. Tamimi, order once a week. The type of delivery is combined both DSD or warehouse to their central warehouse, and delivery twice a month, and we are available 82%. So the best practice, I've seen it through my visits, was in Badruddin, Medina branch, took place in 12 November. So as you can see, almost the shelf is
Who
done.
covers Badruddin? It is technically a modern trade but covered by general trade.
No, it's
No,
not.
it is a modern trade.
It's a
outlet.
modern
We
trade
don't cover.
outlet
We don't
covered
cover.
by-
The GT don't cover.
So the shelf is dominated by us, Mazulla and Nakhlatain, and the front of shelf, the other shelf is almost all the brands are available there. In the category of tuna, so all brands, Hana, Blims, Heinz, 2 different SKUs, all are available there. So that's just the best practice. So we can do it, we can perform well in other chains. In modern trade actions, what actions needs to be taken? So we need to review our MSL. So each customer chain will have their own MSL list based on the sales there, the demographic of the people who used to shop there. And we need to spread our Benzager Foods brands with marketing campaigns in order to spread the brand, spread the brand image and brand awareness. What are the suggestions need to be taken? We need to have tablet devices for key account specialists and key account executive. The purpose is to improve our service level and adapt our offerings to meet customer needs. The functionality of the tablets, so whenever our key account specialist or key account executive they have the tablet with them, so they know when they order and how to order, what type of categories being ordered, what type of categories not being ordered. So we can also set a minimum quantity level. Suppose, let's say in Suntop, the minimum level of quantity that, let's say it has to be 200 SKUs. So if it hits below 200, it will be automatic suggested order will run. Like what we do in the GT channel, we do have automatic van replenishment, so we can apply the similar idea. and while they can make surveys in order to see the offtake measurements, measure of share of shelf. They can also check their merchandisers team how they perform, so he can see that they are following the planogram or not. One more thing, we can have a KPI measurements, how many orders being placed, how many sales did he meet target or not. So in the surveys he can see I know that when I place the order and what type of categories or brands is being ordered, and I can check those aisles where the products are placed there. So I can check the offtake of those brands or SKUs. They have the type of in the type of general information needs to be there. What is the area surrounded by the outlet? Residential area, what type of demographic of people who used to shop there, number of aisles available in that outlet, number of cashiers, how huge is, etc. And kind of useful information we can use. We go to the recommendations and findings. We really need to invest in our advertising in order to develop our brand image and brand awareness. Social media marketing. I'll just share a video here. I'm not sure how many of you have seen this video before.
أنا قاعدة أسوي الدجاج البخاري بس عن طريق الجديد أبو زهر زيت دوار الشمس النقي بالحبوب الجديدة الطائعة أسمع أخف وأذكر أبو زهر أبو جديد.
And we have one more ad here.
الآن
جوع
لا
عمار.
حاجة لأخذ الاحتياطات المعتادة عند فتح التونة. تونة هنا الجديدة سهلة التفريغ، تأتيك بزيت أقل وتحتوي على الكمية المثالية من الزيت ولا حاجة لتصفيتها لتمنح أطباقك لمذاقا فريدا وطعما شهيا. استمتعي مع عائلتك بالطعم اللذيذ للتونة وبأعلى جودة. تونة هنا المصفاة جديدة كل الطعم بدون هنا. هنا طبعا هنا.
I just wanted to point out, I just put those videos from our channel in YouTube, but unfortunately those videos were published in 1 year ago, and you can see the number of viewers.
Very few.
Very few, nothing.
Nothing.
So challenge and change is
Sir,
the name of the
Gonzaga
game.
employee.
We need to reach.
These are Gonzaga employees.
Social media, nothing.
So the change and challenge is the name of the game.
Just to
We need
add
to
to-
focus on the social media
Very
marketing.
good points in that.
One more thing, that
سوي لنا
we
اشتراك
do have
بالإنترنت
an
أول شيء.
Instagram page for Hana, but as you can see, the number of followers is not that huge, it's not that high, and Hana Tuna in Twitter. So they have joined in 2013, and you can see the number of tweets there. Almost nothing.
Tweet a day, tweet a month, tweet a year.
So, back to the findings and recommendations, we need to tackle the price disparity issues within our channels and develop a structured procedure to handle expiry issues. One thing that I've really noticed that RVs, they are paying from their own pockets if they want to compensate or if they want to continue with that customer. And RVs, they are avoiding certain customers where expirations is there. So I have seen this on my own eyes. We have meeting as per the general plan. We have visited the outlets as per the general plan. So I told him that this outlet it needs to be visited. He said that I have expirations. I will not go there. So if he catch me, he will take more from my own pocket because there is no compensation from the company.
So there is no support from their management.
Very good observation.
Yeah.
No, there is no support from the company, the management.
What company? Now that man belongs to a business unit. And a business unit is responsible to give the full support to the salesman. Go and sell, and if it doesn't sell, I'll take it back. Or I'll convince it.
Come on, come
And
on.
as the part
No,
of the
come on,
we
yes,
can't
come
commit
on,
that.
you know.
We don't have any authority
The
to
product
make-
that we sell, it's at least
As a
within our
national
6 months.
se- as a
It's either
nation-
you oversell to the customer or the product actually doesn't doesn't sell there or you don't retain the product, it will get expired.
Kamal, as a national sales manager, I have no authority to take back stock.
I know, but you have an authority to rationalize the sales to sell to the right quantity to
But they
the
can
right
avoid
outlet.
it.
12,000 outlets already.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I'm
156.
What are
Yes,
the
you can
companies
give
doing?
guidelines, you can try to follow.
Yeah, but that guideline
But
need
there
to be
will be still
observed.
mistakes.
Back
No,
to
no,
the
We
point
sell
that
one
the
case,
Mistake should be exceptional.
Kamal, if we are selling one case and it's not moving, what can we do? Tell
Guys.
us.
Back to the previous points I already discussed, that I've said that those sales they are not only driven by our sales force, due to that reasons, the price disparity, and if it gets expired, if our salesman is confident and we are the company, we are supporting our people, we are confident we will compensate, he will purchase from us even with a higher price. And it's worth to mention that our shelf of take is really poor, especially in Gonzaga Foods and in Basatin. See, the order have been placed in May, and a picture was taken early October, and the product is expired in early November, 1st of November. So this is a proof that our product is not moving well. Constraints. Number one, as a GMTs, we are.
You are talking about constraints about your.
within my.
I'm glad because I had thought, Mother didn't pick up any of those. I thought I would ask you what has been your experience working in the Nagar company. I'm glad you are putting it up. And frankly, I as a senior vice president have been guilty of not providing the type of atmosphere that should be. Yeah.
Anyway, the constraints. First constraint, which is really annoying, that we don't have a proper place to sit. So we don't ask for, as a GMTs, we don't ask for fancy offices. Just a normal desk and chairs will be more than sufficient. One more thing, that as a GMT program, we are restricted almost to the project. We don't have. And I'm talking about myself. I don't have this. I don't want this practice will carry on in the next projects. I can handle. I can manage to work on the project as well as I can be involved in the daily operations and what are the things that is going around.
Good. For the same, with your presentation
You
and
need to
knowledge,
respond, please.
it looks like you have been given chance to work, and that's the fun thing.
Okay.
Actually, yes, he is. He was in the branch, working with the team for at least 3 weeks continuously.
Okay, let me make a clarification here, please, for the benefit of all business units. How we define the program is immersion for the graduate management training in that particular business.
It includes accommodation.
Yeah, now to demonstrate his learning or demonstrate his 6 months experience with that business unit, the deliverable is the project report. So it will reflect in, of what he has understood, what he has observed, the depth he has gone to, his level of understanding and so on and so forth, only if he is involved in the day-to-day work.
This was the first group of management trainings. It was the first 6-month project. What you need to do on the project sheet, yeah, because nobody is moved till there's a sheet.